Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we're here with our final mission on the planet, and it is a doozy. 4.5 skulls. We are yet to attempt a mission of this difficulty, so let's see what we can do. This is an escort in the Badlands, and there is a decent amount of salvage on offer, as well as some decent pay, but again, at this difficulty, I think salvage is the way to play it. So we're going to negotiate for maximum there. This is against the Capellans, which will obviously upset them a little bit, but again, nothing too substantial for us to be concerned about. Still get 130,000 sea bills, and we will see what we can do. So unfortunately, we do have a little bit of damage from a previous engagement. Actually, several engagements, but we're going to go ahead and drop the Zeus. That thing does not have a chance of making it through this. It's got 6 points of structure in the head. We're not going to risk another pilot unnecessarily. Not that we were risking them in the first place, but, you know, such is the life of a MechWarrior. We're going to go ahead and bring along our Atlas. We're going to make sure that we have some solid firepower there. Let's also bring our Cyclops. Make sure everybody moves nice and quick initiative-wise, and then let's see, let's maintain our Marauder. I think that's good. We also do have a standard cockpit, I guess not a standard cockpit mod, but an aftermarket one. That's not too bad. It gives us that injury resist. We'll keep you here with that AC-20. We'll see if we can cap some decent salvage. Initiative, that's good. Defense, that's good. Yeah, Rannick is the one to bring. And then what do we want to bring for our other mech? Well, let's see. We could technically take a Marauder here. It's got 2 PPCs. I'm not sure if it's the best call. I feel like we should have a little bit more indirect fire. The Atlas is pretty solid, but again, it's more or less all direct damage. I'm thinking what we do here is we bring the catapult and we stay back and stay safe. So we're going to go ahead and throw that on in. And then what do we want to use for our pilots? I'm thinking we should definitely maintain our breaching shot for the catapult. That's a good choice. The question is, would we rather the sensor lock as well or the defense? You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and take the defense. This is our lightest mech. We want to make sure that we are nice and sturdy. And then, yeah, for the Atlas, let's bring out Big Man. That breaching shot could be handy. We'll see what we can do here. So initiative's looking pretty good. We've got 4, 3, 3, and 2. And hopefully that will be enough. All right, let's go ahead and deploy. Okay, so our objective is to escort the convoy to safety and escape. We need to transfer a prisoner from Adra to another system. This prisoner has allies in the Capellan Confederation that will stop at nothing to set their ally free. To make it harder for them to target the prisoner, we are doing our best to send out mixed signals on the prisoner and when the transfer will be. We are also sending local government forces out as dummy convoys and sending multiple vehicles in each convoy. However, your convoy will be the real one. Okay, well, this is a hot one, Commander. It's going to be a crapshoot which one Liao will decide to make their main assault. You need to prepare as if this is going to be this one. Yeah, it could get rather dicey. But, you know what? That's the job. And that's why they pay us what they do. Alright, so it looks like Liao got here before us. I guess the deception didn't work. Get to the rally point. If that convoy arrives and you're not there, it will be a bloodbath. Keep the local government units alive and get them to the extraction point. Oliveria out. Alright.
This looks like a nice place to settle down. Raise some kids.
Well, alright then. I guess, that's, I don't know. I guess that's got to be somebody's dream, right? Alright, so we've got blocking Capellan units. We've then got to go ahead and capture the convoy. That's fine. Let's see. We've got lots of water around. Ah, yes, okay. So I see where we're going to be heading towards. Okay, so here comes the question. Okay, we're not probably able to make it around here. We do have some cover. We've got some water as well, depending. Yeah, we'll have to see how this all plays out. But either way, let's go ahead and start marching forwards nonetheless. It is the only way to see the mission through. Speaking of missions though, we are always looking for new MechWarrior pilots. Unfortunately, we did lose one of ours in the last, but we are always accepting of new members. So if you would like to join on into Leviathan Smart and try your luck as a MechWarrior, all that you need to do is leave a first and last name in the comment section below, and we will see about bringing you aboard the Argo.
Location confirmed.
Of course, any extra information that you've got, like, you know, where you're from or what you like, it's always good to learn a bit more of our MechWarriors. So, yeah, we would love to know more. But, yeah, at the same time,
On my way.
we do respect our MechWarriors' privacy if they don't feel like it. But either way, we'd love to have you, and, yeah, we'll see what we can get up to. So, what I'm thinking of... Alright, so, what I'm thinking I'm doing here, maybe we go... I think it's probably not out of the question to maybe bring our catapult up into cover up here, just so we're slightly more spread out and have some more sensor range and line of sight. Let's go... You know what, I feel like we're going to be hitting troubles sooner than later, so let's go ahead and pick up some cover.
Heading out.
We'll see what the Atlas does. No? Huh. Alright, well, you know what? Let's maybe bring the Cyclops... Actually, there's no guarantee that they're right over here. They could be coming up over the... Actually, never mind. That would be off the map. Alright, well, I suppose we'll go ahead and swing over here. Oh, and there is contact. Okay, so that is what we need. What have we got there? Line of sight on a cicada. Alright, that's not too bad. 2 medium lasers and a small. Easily dealt with. We also have makeshift condition for armor. A 65-ton mech in the back, as well as... What's this? A 55-ton? Alright. Well, we'll see what we can do. Let's bring... let's see. Where do we move? I suppose we could try and... I don't know. We'll move as far across as possible. See what we can find. Yeah. And then our catapult, you know what? We're going to have not much luck. We can get eyes on line of sight on a few places. I don't think moving up here is going to be particularly useful, and I'm not sure this cover is going to be as good. Yeah, in fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and move up over here. We'll take a lot of evasion. We'll take up the cover. And I guess we'll see how this all plays out. Again, direct line of sight with that thing is, well, definitely optional given the fact LRMs are indirect fire. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to let them move up closer. We've got some solid evasion, some solid protection. I think we're not in too much danger, but we'll see if we can bring them close. Alright, so the catapult is still okay. The only other mech that they're going to really be moving right now is the 55-tonner. What? Maybe if it's a Griffin they'll have a shot with a PPC, but again, that's pretty low odds, I would say. Maybe, let's see, what else? Maybe some LRMs, but nothing too crazy. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and let them have a turn. I don't think that 65-tonner is going to be able to get into a good position. Oh, okay. Autocannons on a Wolverine. Fair enough. Same thing. Could have been a possibility with a, what do we call it? Shadowhawk. But still, so far, so good. Let's see. He is a flanker. So I'm guessing that's maybe, what do you call it? Like the ace pilot ability, where they can shoot and then move. Yeah, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and see what that thing is back there. It could be something like a rifleman, could be a thunderbolt, and oh, they have some other friends. All right, well, you know what? That's good. At least we know what we're getting into, bringing them closer to us. And it's a Jaeger mech. Okay. some solid damage potential, but I think we can make this not too much of an issue.
Good to go.
We'll see, let's see. If we move Rannoch forwards, we technically do get within range. And some pretty decent shots as well. But we're going to try and boost up our resolve first. So let's go...
Ready for orders.
What do we do? We've got cover over here. If we shuffle the Atlas forwards, we could possibly send some decent damage to that cicada. We've got good odds. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll see if we can get lucky and kill that thing quickly, and then... Yeah, I know that takes us out of cover, but I think we're a pretty decent mech to handle things. Yeah, we'll shuffle forwards and we'll see if we can get an easy kill. We'll go with the AC5, and then we'll need maybe the snubs as well at 60. Yeah, and maybe we'll drop off the, what do we call it? The medium lasers. Yeah, 55's alright, but I think we'd rather just focus in on that. Let's see. Damage potential is good, but again, I don't think it's going to change much. Let's just focus on a single target. We'll drop off those SRMs because, again, they're not going to do a heap of damage, I think. And then we'll just try and save some of our heat for the next one. Between the two snubs and the AC5, we should be dealing a silly amount of damage. Yeah, I think that's sufficient for now. We can always clean up with another.
Roger that.
But if we could kill it in one, that would always be nice.
Critical hit, Commander.
Alright, well the cicada is still alive. That's fine. We'll see. It's got a leg. Not much else.
Waiting for orders.
The Cyclops, I suppose we could... hang on a second. Can we get direct... Actually, we could move over here, but again, that would limit what we can shoot at. Here we go. Yeah, a couple of medium lasers, fire maybe some LRMs, or maybe an LRM at the Jaeger mech just to soften it. It's not a bad play. Yeah, I think that's maybe what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and we'll move on up. And we will go multi-target, and we'll fire... let's drop off... Yeah, let's drop off most of these. We'll try not to get too hot here. This is only to soften the target and make it easier to target for Rannoch. But yeah, this is the way that we go. We don't need those. Right.
Taking the shot.
Again, just preparing for a better kill with one of our other mechs. Let's see, how did we do? Alright, that's what we wanted.
Tango, down.
Alright. Good. We've done this in a good order. We should now have enough resolve here at 38 to bring Rannoch in. We also see... That is a 70-ton mech back there. Let's maybe go... Hang on a second. So that's 85s and 95s. This is 85s and 95s. Okay, so it doesn't make much of a difference, but this does give us an extra option. We've also got the catapult, which is not going to be able to move to where we get to see what's back there. Yeah, look, I think we go ahead and we shuffle forwards here. We'll see what we can do.
Position confirmed.
Alright, we have a grasshopper. Alright, that thing's going to be a bit annoying. We might be able to clean up that Jaeger mech on the next turn, actually. Yeah, because we've got pretty high initiative and we will have enough resolve gain. We gain 28 per round. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and spend our first shot here on the precision strike. Let's see, 95s, 75s. You know what we'll do? We'll take the highest percentages first here on the... Oh wait, the grasshopper is 85, sorry. These are all 95s. We'll use... If we can get the kill here, that would be ideal. And then maybe we can send an LRM to the grasshopper, so Rannoch gets a clearer shot on the next round. I think that's how we'll play this. So, yeah, here we go.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Alright, and smack bang. where we aimed. That's what we wanted.
Hostile eliminated.
Alright, excellent, excellent. So that's half of their units gone. Let's bring our catapult across. Maintain some evasion. I don't think... actually, you know what? Maybe we just stand back. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy chilling back here. Go ahead and use that breaching shot. We'll fire one shot at the Grasshopper and one at the Wolverine. That'll maximize our damage, also make them easier to target.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, very nice. And yeah, here we go. We've got some solid movement. Let's go into... Oh, we can even pick up the water. Okay, that'll keep us nice and cool. Again, I would like to kill the Wolverine, but at the same time too, it's not going to be half as good as taking out the Grasshopper. Let's make sure we work on that. Alright, let's go precision strike. And yeah, look at that. Nice, nice odds now that we've taken off that little bit of evasion. And almost no cooling issues thanks to the water.
Got it.
Alright, and another round of
Eliminated.
destruction. Excellent. Alright, very minimal damage there. That is okay.
Come on, send me a real MechWarrior.
Okay, looks like Aranic's looking for a challenge there, but yay, I was right there with the flanker. He can shoot and then move. Alright, well, you know what?
Receiving you.
Fantastic news is we now get to go ahead and pummel this thing out of existence.
On the move.
We're not really looking for any of the salvage of this thing, so let's just go ahead and obliterate. And no reinforcements are here either, so we'll be able to cool down before we pick up the zone. Make sure we're in the best position possible. We'll shuffle the catapult. Can we go? Yeah, there we go. 95%. Again, the more shots on target, the better.
Engaging target.
Alright.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
What's up, boss?
Some solid injuries, and now I think we can happily say goodbye. Let's just target, and off we go. 95 across the board. Probably a little bit of overkill. Yeah, it's fine.
Firing. Hostile removed.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the most of the available cooling. We're going to sprint into the water here. We'll go ahead and do something similar with the Cyclops. The Marauder, you are going to be our fastest mech, but I think the Catapult should be alright. Let's move you into cover.
Location confirmed.
We'll see if we can spot any trouble. Honestly, heat's not an issue for our Catapult, so we'll just keep you moving. Let's try and... You know, let's move you up over here. Give you some good evasion, keep you in the water, which is going to keep you nice and cool. Let's do something similar here for the Cyclops.
Location confirmed.
And then with our Marauder, let's zip you down. Let's see, yeah. 4 pips is probably as good as we could ask. And let's go ahead and, well, bring the convoy out and see what we can do. Alright, the local government convoy leader has confirmed that you've secured the area. They're inbound. They are using multiple vehicles to conceal which unit the prisoner is being kept in. Try not to let any of them go down, Commander. Keep in mind that the convoy will try to stay near you for protection. Continue advancing to get them to the extract point. Okay, well, this is alright. We are prepared. We already have a nice field of protection, solid line of fire. We see, 4 mechs, and one of them is an Orion. Okay, so an AC-10, LRM-15. Okay, so they've got some decently heavy hitting stuff. a Shrek PPC carrier. That will definitely be a priority. And then, what do we see? A 35-ton vehicle here and one over there. Alright, well, we've got some solid resolve.
Aye, aye.
I'm thinking maybe we go ahead and move up and take shots here. That would keep us in cover and protected. I don't think heat is going to be an issue. I'm thinking it's only going to be the 4 of them. That'll still keep us with line of sight on the Shrek PPC carrier to maybe take out with the catapult. Yeah, I think this will be acceptable. Yeah, let's move up.
Heading out.
Let's see what we can do here. So, yeah, that thing is fine. Still makeshift. Let's target the Orion and see if we can get rid of him before he starts.
Here it comes.
Yep, that looks pretty solid.
One less target.
Alright, very good. So we still have, yeah, reinforcements and ensure that they all survive. Let's bring... We're going to struggle to bring everything forward, so that's the heaviest thing. These mechs are going to come forwards, but again, I don't think they have line of sight. I think that the play here is that we let them get a little bit closer. Yeah, and this is why we're taking cover, just so we can mitigate whatever potential damage comes our way. They can't really target us yet. Same thing over there.
Commander?
So let's see, the Atlas is not going to be able to shoot at anything just yet.
Yes, boss?
The Cyclops, oh here we go, we can get eyes on 2 of them. Yeah, that'll be decent. Let's go... Yeah, we'll hang back over here, pick up that evasion.
Heading out.
So he's already had a move, so we're not going to worry about him for now. I will much rather focus on that Shrek PPC carrier. Again, 90 damage. Technically, we could get the kill. It's unlikely, but again, at least it softens it up. As opposed to dealing with whatever that is. Yeah. Alright, let's fire.
Confirmed.
Yeah, some decent cover right there, so not much we can do about that. More LRMs coming on in, but again, it's not an LRM carrier, it seems. Otherwise, we would have been hit a lot harder. Yeah, another striker Narc. Okay. They didn't get the Narc beacon. I guess we're out of range for that, but that's okay.
Yes, Commander.
Let's go... Oh, I guess if we can only shoot at one target, we may as well shoot at the one available. Yeah, alright.
On my way.
Let's line up the shot. 45 damage. Not going to be enough to kill it, but it'll help, I suppose.
Got it.
Yeah, alright. And then let's move the catapult. We will travel... sorry, not travel. We will send our shots over at that PPC carrier. No point in letting Rannick take the brunt of all of this. 50... You know what? Technically, I think we could kill it with one LRM-20, but we're not going to risk it. We're going to guarantee its death.
Engaging target.
It's go time.
With the amount of damage it could have
Enemy
done,
unit destroyed.
far better to be safe than sorry. Hopefully our APCs and whatnot will maybe be somewhat helpful. If they could sensor lock a target, that would be ideal. Either that or sprint. Whatever it takes.
What do you need?
Alright, and that's not going to happen. Let's go. Let's see. You've got regular weapons. You've got some fancier ones. I guess we'll go ahead and take care of you. We'll go ahead and obviously the weapons are located in the turret. So let's try and destroy, I don't know, maybe the left side or the front side? I don't know. Either way, we'll just put our shots on target, make it disappear. There we go. That thing was not going to get very far.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
And now let's bring our Cyclops forwards. Still staying nice and chill. Let's fire everything we've got.
Firing a small salvo.
Alright, and that is the reinforcements.
One for the scrap heap.
Okay, so very, very good for us. Now all that we need to do is wait for them to get to the objective, which I don't think is going to be particularly difficult. Make sure that they're still escorted nonetheless. We don't want them to be concerned for their
On
safety,
my way.
but I would be highly surprised if there was any trouble to
Confirmed.
occur.
On my way.
And there we go. Looks like we picked a very good position for dealing with any trouble between here and the landing pad. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and brace.
Holding here.
There we go. That should be more than we need. Alright, no extra reinforcements. That is ideal. And we'll
Roger
keep
that.
our catapult
Venting heat.
somewhat close.
Stabilizing.
Alright, so not too bad. So it looks like we're going to get a decent amount of salvage, which is rather nice.
Bracing for impact.
Actually, you know what? We're not cooling down some of those mechs, it seems. I wonder if that's... yeah, that Marauder hasn't actually cooled down for a little bit. Maybe that's a UI bug. Maybe we should walk them just to be safe. Yeah, you know, let's just be sure. Maybe, although that said though, maybe... Oh, that's already cool. You're already fairly cool.
way.
Moving out.
I wonder whether that was sort of a bug because we don't have any enemies there and because we did nothing with them. Maybe the heat sinks weren't active. Oh no, looks like we got more defenses. Alright, looks like we have decided to hit this convoy hard. We're picking up additional enemy units. Oh boy. Okay.
Hold this position, Commander. The package will be on its way soon.
Okay, we've got a few things to worry about. Well, I'm glad we stayed nice and chill because we're going to need all of that capacity right now. Alright, quickly, you disembark. Oh, well, sorry, you embark so you can get out of here. Alright, let's see, what do they got? They have a blackjack, that's not a concern, that 45-tonner. A cataphract, ooh, that's a bit more annoying. A bit heavier and a bit stronger. Some decent weapons. The Thunderbolt, 65 tons, and their Marauder 3D. Alright, that thing in the water is actually going to be fairly chilled out. Yeah, I'm thinking... Either that Cataphract or that Marauder could be a bit more of an issue than anything else. I think we'll go for the Marauder first, though, because that thing has the Lance Command module. Yeah, cold shots are more reliable, as well as 10% less damage for the Lance.
Yes, Commander.
Let's make sure that that thing does not get a chance to do anything annoying. We'll pick up... No, we can't get into cover. We can't get into the water. Let's move up as far as we can. We'll take as much evasion as possible. Let's go ahead and go for that precision strike and take care of theirs faster than anything if possible. Alright, looks pretty good. Although he survives. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, what's that blackjack doing? Well, so much for evasion. Alright. How's he looking? 4 points of structure. Ouch. Yeah, that 10% damage reduction really saved its bacon.
Let's do this.
Alright, let's follow up with... I think we go... I think we fire all of our medium lasers at the blackjack, and then we put the LRMs on the Marauder. Yeah,
Moving to position.
we'll take what we can get. So LRMs, direct fire, that'll do. Although, yeah, no, that'll be fine.
On it.
I was thinking whether a precision strike could be good, but I don't think it's going to make a difference since we didn't have direct fire on the brawler anyway. Alright, structures exposed on that blackjack. Not a huge surprise, that thing's not heavily armoured. Now we've got the catapult. Let's march you towards... let's get you towards cover. And then let's fire on the... Do we just go on the Marauder? I think we fire against the Marauder. There's a chance that we might be able to knock it over. There's a chance that we might get a headshot, and any one of those will be a kill. Yeah, we have to go for this. Alright, well, unlucky. Oh, Cyclops taking a hit or two. That's all good.
Damage is light.
In fact, I don't mind that. The fact that one of our heaviest armored ones is now being targeted is kind of helpful.
Waiting for orders.
Now, as for big man, what are we going to target? You, my friend. I think we'll send the AC-5 at the Marauder to knock that thing down. An injury is very good, and we could happily take out that Lance Command mod, or even, yeah, that right torso. That'd be nice. Take out a PPC, medium laser, and the large laser. Yeah, either that or the Lance Command mod, as well as the PPC and medium laser. I don't think there's any bad choices there. And then we can fire the snub PPC. Only has the range for the Blackjack. Alright then, I guess those are our two targets. We'll move on up, and we'll go ahead and take those shots. You never know, we might even be lucky on that Blackjack and start to shred that thing.
Acknowledged.
Alright, so there's the knockdown. So that's an extra wound. Right torso down.
Reporting critical hit.
Alright, enemy turn. Let's see what they do. Okay, cool. They're spreading out their fire. That is nice. And all of them seem to have the ace piloting ability. Huh. That is an odd one. Alright, well, you know what? The good news is that Marauder's not going to get shots on the convoy, thanks to where we're positioned. Alright, the impairment's not appreciated, but I think we'll be able to deal with things. Let's see. APC, do you guys have any weapons or any abilities to help us out? No, it looks like you're just bugging out.
Objective secured.
Alright, well, you know what? Unfortunately, that Lance is sticking between us and our extraction point, so I guess we got to destroy him. Alright, and they get that free turn because of course they do. Yeah, they're picking up all that nice that water. Oh man, I hate that they get that free turn and we do not.
Receiving you.
It is diabolical. Alright, well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and I'm tempted to go for that Marauder again. Very much so. Maybe we take the water. Yeah, I think we take the water. We'll move up. Yeah, actually, no. We'll only move this far. That way they can't get behind us. Or at least highly unlikely to be able to. Yeah, the Blackjack we can ignore for now. That thing is pretty busted up. But as I said, that Marauder does have that added benefit of that Lance Command mod and whatnot. Oh. Ouch. Well, you know what?
Target eliminated.
Might have a, what is it, a narrow profile head-on, but from the side, that nose sure sticks out and is a good target for that AC-20. Alright, glad that is gone. Now, let's get this Cyclops to target the Cataphract. Yeah, I reckon we put some shots on target there. We're not going to get to the water this turn, otherwise, no. We're not going to take the rough terrain. That would be less than ideal. We don't want to get knocked over. Yeah, that Thunderbolt's a bit annoying, but I think I'd be more concerned about that Cataphract. So let's target him.
Moving out.
We'll have to turn off... what do we turn off? The... those LRMs are not really the issue, are they? No, it's these medium lasers. They're what's making things toasty. Alright, let's shoot. Alright, and then we have our catapult. Let's go... Where should we go? Could possibly move up and fire our small laser there on that blackjack. We're not going to take out a leg. It would get rid of some evasion. Could then maybe just pummel that thing and maybe try and knock it over. Yeah, look, you know what? I think we've got sufficient armor, and we'll have good cover and damage reduction. So I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and shoot over here and there. Resolve will be fine.
Engaging multiple targets.
Yeah, there we go. Structure is exposed on that thing. That's good. And we missed with a small laser. Wow. That is a rarity.
No damage detected.
Okay. Alright, let's see. What have we got, big man? Let's travel. No, maybe we just get rid of the Thunderbolt. We're not going to salvage that thing. We might potentially be able to get that Cataphract on the next turn. We've already got a Thunderbolt 5SE in storage anyway, so maybe we go... Yeah, we'll move up.
I copy.
We'll fire, what do we call it? Most things against the Thunderbolt. This thing... Oh, you know what? We're actually attacking the wrong side. I was about to say, maybe we send our SRMs against the Blackjack. You know what? At 60%, I think it's actually smarter that we do. We may as well maximize that they're actually doing damage. Yeah, that'll do.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright. Return the favor on the impaired sensors. Stability damage. Alright, anything else? No, just moving up for cover. Alright, that's fine.
What do you need?
Ranek, what to do? You know what? I think... Now, technically, we could shoot that Cataphract in the back, I think. But if we go... Yeah, we're still going to shoot that thing in the back, unless... For some reason I thought I saw... Oh yeah, we can shoot it in the side. There is a chance we could take the face off it. That's not a bad plan. That would also... I don't know, I guess if we missed we might be able to hit the Blackjack with the stray shot. Although that would be very, very lucky. We cannot get close enough to hit it from the far side. Alright, I think we just aim for the Cataphract here. Yeah, the heat will be a little bit annoying, but we can cool back down on the next turn. I'm not super concerned. Let's see what we can get. Alright, lethal damage. That'll do.
Tango down.
Alright, and what have we got here? Blackjack coming in for melee. I don't know if that did any damage. Did we get hit? I don't think we did. Alright, well that's nice.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, cool. Well then, if that's the case, let's go ahead and start
Affirmative.
removing some trouble. That Blackjack is probably where we're going to aim. Yeah, we're already aiming at the softer side. Let's drop off. Let's drop off those medium lasers. We'll see if we can do enough stability damage and take it down.
Affirmative.
Nope, turns out it's
Critical hit, Commander.
fairly central of mass. Okay then, well I guess what we'll do is we'll back up. We'll fire the small laser at you. Actually, maybe we just fire two and just be done with it. Yeah, we'll fire... What we'll do is we will fire a single LRM at the Thunderbolt, the other one and the small laser at the Blackjack, and be done with that thing.
Engaging multiple targets.
There we go, that should be good. Alright, and that now means we can aim at that Thunderbolt quite comfortably with our Atlas. And yeah, that should be all good. Alright, nominal damage. And of course, yeah.
Receiving you.
Alright, well you know what, we can make it to the water. That is excellent. That does maximize our chances.
Copy that.
of firing an alpha strike. And then let's see, 90% resolve. Let's just go ahead and target this thing. Its odds are not bad as it stands, but we can make them better. And let's just go for that headshot. You never know. It's worth killing the meat and saving the metal, if possible.
Scored a critical hit.
Alright, well we clipped that thing, so that'll be good. 11 points of structure left in the cockpit. Center is less than 100. Yeah, only a large laser left.
I'm here.
It's having a bad day and it's about to get worse.
On my way.
And look at that, we can even follow up with another alpha strike. Well, it looks like we got a lot of salvage on the menu tonight, boys.
Back destroyed.
Okay, Commander, the area has been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately. Hold position.
Mission successful.
Okay, well, I think considering I wasn't expecting that much more trouble, that actually worked out fairly well. We were able to be in a decent enough position to be able to handle them. Yeah, and we got all of the pay bonuses. So that's nice. Brings our 130 up to 170,000. If we had gone for money, we would be bringing in so much. Looks like Ranik did a phenomenal job there. Look at that. That is a solid amount of kills. Everybody did get one though. That is always nice. No structural damage. Just a little bit of armor to be repaired. Now for our... what do we want for our salvage? I think we'll go... I suppose we can pick up a cataphract. We have not seen one of them before in this game, so we'll pick that up. The grasshopper we should probably finish, although... oh, you know what? The Orion wouldn't be bad either, just for salvage at the very least. We can either sell one off if we've already got one, or make some more out of it. Yeah, let's go with maximum weight first. We'll go ahead and confirm. What else did we gain? We got 2 parts of a grasshopper, which is good. We can finally finish off another one of those. We do have the Orion, part of the Thunderbolt. Ooh, we have that AC-10 with that extra stability and critical. Same with the AC-2. And then some, yeah, slightly above average medium lasers and a lot of heat sinks. Yeah, you know what? Considering that wasn't too bad. We got a pretty good amount of salvage there. I'm quite happy with that. That said though, I would have, yeah, could only imagine if we would have just got all of the mech salvage from that mission. That could have been absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, even just a couple more parts of mechs would have been quite nice. Although I do wonder whether there's something in the game's programming that means that you can only get so much percentage of mechs if... you know, you can only get so many mech salvage picks if there's other equipment available. But either way. Alright, Orion K. We've got a cataphract as well. So that is solid. Got our grasshopper ready. We'll go ahead and send the Orion into storage. Yeah, look, we don't mind an Orion, but at the same time too, I don't think we have room for it right now. The cataphract, that could be a little bit of fun to play around with, but again, we will put that in storage as well. And then the grasshopper, that could actually be decent because we know that thing's got a solid amount of movement, and we can easily use that in maybe hunting down, what do we call them, the convoy missions that we need to destroy. It could be useful for us in the future, so we'll keep note of that. And we'll see how that plays out, but I'm glad that we got that. Alright, so there is our money. Let's quickly go ahead and check past the store, because I believe we're basically done on this planet. Was there anything that we really wanted? No. Okay. Let's also go ahead and we'll swing by our MechWarriors. Again, the only reason why we're not doing more contracts is because they're against the pirates, and we don't really want to lose
Yes, Commander.
our position with them, which we would be in danger of. Alright, so let's go for, let's see, recoil penalty, gunnery, what do we want for Cosmo? I'm thinking You know what, for now, let's just go ahead and wait for the gunnery skill. We'll go ahead and we'll work on that. We're very close. We'll go ahead and pick that up. That'll be fine. Let's see. Yeah, we've only got 5 pilots out of our 24 that we can have. So, yes,
I'm receiving you.
as I said before, if you'd like to join on into Leviathan's Might, we would not be opposed to having a few more MechWarriors on board. Otherwise, we might need to hire ourselves a couple of, well, generic fellows. But I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's right. We should swing by the mech bay. We're going to go ahead and repair a few things. I think that would be ideal. What I am going to do is we're going to quickly head to the Marauder here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to boost up our injury resist. We found... no, actually we didn't find. We were given a... one of the cockpit mods that was much superior from the flashpoint, and I think we're going to go ahead and put that here. I don't really want to lose our 3R. That could be quite dangerous, so I think this is worthwhile. And then while we're here, we'll also go ahead and throw in those modified medium lasers. No point in having the average ones when we can do better. A little bit of extra accuracy does not go astray, and that should be good. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll confirm that. And then... Alright, go ahead, you do that. Then what we'll do is... Let's head to the 3R. What do we want? Yeah, let's go with the one with the UAC 5. I reckon we go ahead and we give them the other basic cockpit one. I like having that little bit of extra range on things, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that. That'll be easy enough to install. Oh, wait a second. We need to repair that too. Yep, there we are. That'll be fine. We also do have a rangefinder that we should throw on a mech. I'm thinking what we do here is we'll throw it on the Phoenix Hawk. That thing's normally pretty swift and agile, so it's going to be a lot harder to be targeted. Also, it does make for a good scouting mech, regardless of how heavy or light we need things to be for our lance. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw that on in there too. That should do very nicely. Anything else? Oh, there we go. We'll repair the leg. Confirm that. And then, what else have we got?
Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, we should just go ahead and, of course, we need to refit the other Marauder. Such an unfortunate hit. The rest was just... Yeah, couldn't have done much. AC-20s do what AC-20s do.
Right.
So that'll be fine. And then, what else have we got? We have that Zeus, which we need to repair that cockpit. Was there anything else we could upgrade while we're here? The LRM-15. Just double check our components. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we do. Alright. Let's go ahead and we will upgrade the missilery. So I guess we'll go to refit instead of repair. I don't think we have a choice since we are... Oh no, sorry, that was the other one we didn't have the choice on. Alright, so what have we got here? We have an LRM-10 extra stability damage, or do we go for the extra critical? I think we go for the stability damage and try and knock things over. The LRM-15, let's see, what have we got? Same modifications for extra stability damage. This one does stability as well as critical. I do like damage, but at the moment it looks like we're going to be focusing on knocking things over. So I suppose we may as well do that. And you know what, let's also chuck on that... Actually, you know what, maybe we'll... Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll put that on there. That'll be fine. Alright, I think that's not too bad. That should be as good as we could ask. Let's go ahead and confirm that as well. That means we have how many days of work for Yang?
I'll let you know when that's done.
11? 14. Okay, so we're going to be repairing for a while. We won't go ahead and refit these things just yet then. Let's go ahead and head over to our navigation. I think where we'll go is over to... we have a flashpoint. Hang on a second. What is available over here? Looks like it's in the Free Worlds League area. Okay, there we are. So this is for a prototype. It's not particularly hard, but it could have some decent pay. 24 days. We could make our way closer. It expires in 60. Yeah, sure. We could drop a light lance. Okay, and the quickest way there is through the black market. So I suppose let's stop there first. Yeah, 15 days of travel, some decent money. That's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll see what we can do.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Buy some, we'll see what potential goods are on offer. Make the most of having to pay the ridiculous price it was to get to the black market. Yeah, I think this would work out rather nicely. Alright, so the question is, any events while we travel, and can we profit from them? Yes, we can. Okay, first harvest. Dr. Maraud arrives at a briefing, her arms full of succulent red orbs. We'll get the first harvest from the hydroponics garden. Are those tomatoes? Darius asks. She tosses him one and he bites into it, then sighs with satisfaction as he wipes the juice from his chin. They are tomatoes, strawberries, watermelon, squash, basil, and that's just the early harvest. With studied nonchalance, Samaya snatches her own tomato from Farah's arms. The crew will be thrilled, Commander. How do you want to share the news? Alright, throw a garden party for 15,000 sea bills. You know what? We've got over 5 million. I think that's a phenomenal plan. Dr. Maraud stands in the center of the hydroponics garden. She brushes a melon tendril away from her face as she addresses the company. I want to thank our commander for making the creation of this hydroponics unit a priority. The fresh produce that we can now enjoy is only the beginning. We're also growing medicinal herbs for use in the medbay, and as I'm sure you've noticed, the air in this pod is also much more enjoyable, which should serve to improve shipboard health. Farah flashes you a smile. So I would like you all to take a deep breath and raise a tomato, or a strawberry, or whatever you fancy, in salute to our commander and to our new garden. The entire crew lets out a lusty cheer, followed by the sound of contented munching. Morale is increased by 2. We lose $15,000, which again, absolutely inconsequential, and the company gains a +3 medical point boost for 3 days. Well, that is nice. We haven't done much for our medical bay for now, so it looks like Archangel is going to be up and running just that little bit sooner. How very nice. Alright, well, we should, do we want to go ahead and boost up the med bay next, or would we rather focus on, what is it? I think there's one more thing for our tech pod.
Those upgrades you asked for are online,
For our mech pod, sorry. Yeah, low G pool is complete. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and check out our engineering. We do have some solid amounts of money, which is ideal. So we've either got the, the machine shop, the 2 tech points, just under 500,000, 30 days, but that would be very nice, and the last of all of our combat and deployment modules to be upgraded. Or there's also the medbay. That'll take 15 days and almost 1 million sea bills. It's not a bad plan. We do take an injury here and there, and we're pretty low on MechWarriors. But at the same time too, if we could repair some of our mechs, that could be nice, and that also means we can refit a few of our other ones and be fighting fit a little bit quicker. Though this does take us 30 odd days. You know what? We're going to go for the machine shop. That way we're done with that.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
The medbay should be fine, but it also leaves us with enough money that when we land at the black market, we should be able to afford more if there is something available, which I'm not 100% sure what it is going to be at the moment. But again, rather safe than sorry. And it's not like we're wasting time with upgrading frivolous things.
Ready to go over financials whenever you
Alright, financials coming back through, that's fine. We'll go ahead and pay regular costs. I don't think it's worth the extra 300,000 for a single point of morale. Yeah, we need to get to 41. No, I don't think it's worthwhile. We'll go... actually, you know what? No, I don't think it's worth it. We'll just go ahead and accept. Looks like We still have 3 days worth of travel. The Zeus is almost finished.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Oh, okay, so we actually do have a little bit of time to start working on one of our mechs. Okay, well then, what have we got? The Archer is already up and running with that missilery suite. That's rather nice. That is good. We don't need to toy around with that for now. We do have a King Crab, Battlemaster, a Banshee, and a SLDF Black Knight, or at least an SLDF era Black Knight, I should say. Oh man, that's going to be difficult to choose. You know what? This thing's got decent movement. Kind of similar to a Grasshopper as well, except, maybe we do go ahead and we boost this thing up. Again, the 3M's not bad. What's its basic heat efficiency? Yeah, those are singles. These ones are singles, and same with the King Crab as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, single heat sinks. Let's go ahead and... Oh, what do we do? It's either the Battlemaster or the Black Knight. You know what? We might get some really nice weapons at the what do we call it? The Black Market. So I'm thinking we'll go with the Battlemaster. Yeah, and I think I even have an idea as to what I want to do. So you know what? Give me a second and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, so this is what I have for our Battlemaster. We're going to go ahead and give it some long-range capabilities and then some firepower to back it up as things get closer. So, it's been burning a hole in my pocket for a little bit too long. We're going to go ahead and try out that LB2X with some extra damage and critical. We're going to do a fair bit of stability and damage. Yeah, stability and regular damage. That should be very good for very minimal heat. A single ton of ammunition is, well, 25 rounds, so that's going to feed that for quite some time. We've got some machine guns just in case anything gets close, and then I think we've also got... Actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Before I think what we're going to do, actually, is we'll drop off the machine gun with the extra shots, and we'll just go with a regular one, because I'm pretty sure I have we might be able to throw that on another lighter mech and make the most of having so much ammunition. So we've got that, and then the PPC as well to do some more stability and heavy hitting damage and sensor impacts and whatnot. And if for some reason anything gets within minimum range of these weapons, which is, it's not amazing, but it could be worse, we then have a whole heap of medium lasers and some SRMs to follow up, on top of an absolute ton of armor. So I'm happy with this, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and give that a shot. Not too much money, in fact less than 7,000 C-bills and less than 7 days, all of which I am a-okay with. So we'll go ahead and confirm all of that, and we will continue our journey. So there we go, one more day is done. We're not going to waste any time refitting, or at least not refitting anything, and we're going to go ahead and visit the store. We're going to see what is available and see how much money we need to make. So in the regular store, nothing incredible so far. Yeah, Warhammer. Oh, actually, you know what? LRM-15's looking alright. Extra stability and crit. The medium lasers for extra critical. I suppose it's better than nothing. Small lasers for damage and critical, both of which are rather nice. Some SRM-2 bonuses, plus 4 damage is very good. Same with that SRM-6, yeah, plus 2 damage and stability. I can see us purchasing these. They're not bad as modified weapons. Unfortunately, we do not have access to the faction store because we are not in good reputation with the Draconis Combine. And here comes the black market. What do we see? Well, 6 parts of an Annihilator 1A. Wow. That thing is beastly. Look at that. 5 ballistic hardpoints, 5 energy, and some support. Yeah, it's a scary mech right there. Another Banshee as well. We've got some crabs. Yeah, they have a couple of different... Oh no, sorry. 2 crabs, same one. This is a Cyclops. Then there's also a Hatchet Man. Ooh, did enjoy fooling around with one in prototype. I guess one made it to the black market. Yeah, look at that, hatchet plus 70 melee. Ho ho ho. That is diabolical. We've also got another variant, the 3X. Lots of machine gun ammo, SRMs, very much for the up-close nitty-gritty. In fact, I'd almost... I actually think I almost might prefer that, simply for the fact that we get to make the most of those machine guns and everything else using the hatchet. Really lean into the into the close encounters. Then there's a Highlander. Yeah, we do like a good Highlander. Solid mech right there. And then, ooh, Highlander 733p. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Alright, King Crab, Victors, ERPPC, less tonnage and extra damage. Another LB2X. Ooh, okay. Might purchase another one and maybe throw that on the Battlemaster as well. Minimal heat, solid amounts of damage, medium pulse lasers with less heat and bonus accuracy, an ultra autocannon 2 with extra damage and less tonnage. Oh, that is delightful. I love weapons that come in underweight and have extra damage. That is just one of my favorite things. That could be quite the thing. An exchanger. Ooh, that's always nice. A gyro for less stability damage taken. A heat bank. Look, it's... honestly, there's worse things to have, but it's not amazing. A much better rangefinder. That is also delightful. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull out the calculator and see exactly what we want to be spending here. I love the idea of some extra rangefinders to make our to get better view of the battlefield. I like the UAC-2 and the LB2X. That could be really fun. Actually, imagine a Marauder with a whole bunch of UAC-2s. That would be a very scary prospect. Yeah, lots of shots on target. That could be very, very scary. But I also like the look of a mech or two, like an Annihilator. But either way, we will not get too caught up on that for now. We'll see how this all plays out. We'll need to get some contracts sorted in the next one. So if you do want to see what is available on at this place, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.